Hello, the internet, Saffron here, going back into a summer with the Shiba Inu. And we got re-challenged apparently by IU, who we met in the last episode, who was apparently from a different arena, like one of Sid's early arenas or whatever. And then Sid left IU to be defeated while she was fighting off to Akita Inus. And apparently, you know, IU's back for revenge or whatever. So we're back onto the beach. So here we go back into the arena with IU. So I don't go by the beach house. Wait, no. There we go. Like the re-challenge of arena, I bide my time. What I observed from hei-fei's re-challenge is that the dogs, other than me and her, only act like how they would in the past unless told otherwise. I know that ahead of IU, but I'm sure she could also figure that out. Hei-fei figured it out quickly, since it was obvious that the fan shoe in the re-challenge couldn't be the real one. My strategy this time is to wait for IU to appear, since she should be the only other actor I should care about. So I've been mostly following the coastline, avoiding the mainland. Pretty passive of me, but hey, not bothering with the NPCs happened to work out in hei-fei's re-challenge. Thing is, what to do once IU and I find each other? I'll slay her with my lightning-fast reflexes. Nah. That's just wishful thinking. The best bet is to find her before she finds me, and keep her from noticing me until I eliminate her somehow. Larg, she's always been the one with the sharp reflexes. But I'm also more mature and wiser now. I've seen enemies much smarter and more agile as I experience more arenas. If I could go head-to-head against those Shiba Inus and win, I could go against IU. Odd dog, but I'm so out of practice. I argue on and on with myself. The strength and stability of my mind that came with being a regular arena contestant had all but left me, and I have to be coaxed into a calm state. Now we're at the present day, okay. Several days passed without progress. What if IU was also waiting for me to come to her? I wonder if there's a time limit for the re-challenges. We could both agree not to end the arena and spend the eternity doing separate things. Theoretically, I could write several books in here, if given enough time. But I'd rather speed up the process. There are other things to be done, and I need to return to Max and Kui Li, right? Because we're supposed to be looking for his brother. Or her brother. I keep saying he. Her brother. Sid. I guess I should make more effort. Time to venture further inland. With that decided, I headed to the palm forest. Sometime later. The bright summer sun bakes on my fur, the sparse palms not offering much in terms of shade. It's much hotter. Only now I realize that the water by the beach kept the area cool. I think about the beach house. It was one of my favorite safe houses out of all the arenas I'd been through. Perhaps it was also the fact that Perhaps it was also the fact that I feel they're really. Perhaps it was also the fact that I freely trusted another dog at the time that made the beach house a good memory. I got more jaded each subsequent arena. There are times where I think back and ask myself, what would I change if I get the chance to? I never answered myself the same way. One day I would think, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Another day, in another mindset, I would think that my actions were perfectly justified. There was no resounding consensus. What I do know is that I feel shame and guilt about my past in the arenas. But because the results I got from my behavior are coveted by others, it was easy to trick myself that everything was but a necessary sacrifice. From the corner of my eye, I glimpsed a blur of movement. Is it IU? It's IU! Oh my gosh! This can't be good. I wasn't prepared. I need to buy some time. I run back onto the beach. Maybe this was a bad idea with the rocks and sand. As I slow down, IU is catching up with me. Oh, there she is! I throw myself sideways to avoid her lunge. I quickly turn to face her, so I'm not caught off guard again from the side. Our eyes meet, and it pains me to hold her gaze. IU doesn't make another move, nor does she speak. Like, I don't know. You know, they showed the past with IU and that Sid left her to be defeated by the Akita Inus, but they were saying like the top 5 dogs at that time, it didn't matter. You still progress to the next stage, so I don't know why she would be upset, because technically Sid did it for the good of both of them. I don't know. Maybe something happened later. We'll see, I guess. Ayu doesn't make another move, nor does she speak. Hi, Ayu. I like Ayu's fur pattern. It's very pretty. Not wasting a moment of peace, I back away several steps, all the time beadily watching her. That's what she's... I can't even look at you. I'm tempted to say something snarky, but considering the circumstances, I don't think she would appreciate that. If anything, she deserves to say the first snarky comment to me. So, hello? Anybody in there? That sounded so bad. She didn't say anything. Look, I'm not going to fight you. Then why are we here? Ayu sits down, her posture open and relaxed. There must be a catch, though, right? I just want to talk. They couldn't talk in the real world? Well, what do you want to talk about? I just wanted to say, you're a horrible dog. You re-challenged me just to say that? But you're right, it is true. Can't you even pretend to understand for one moment? Dogs don't always do something with some high and mighty reason, Sid. I'll bet that even you can't name a reason for every single thing you do. Actually, I consider a main scheme of things. I don't think that's what she wants to hear, though. Well, then why'd you say it? No, you're right about that. At least you can admit to that. Listen, I know we were really, really young when this whole thing happened. But when I got the IM that we'd be able to challenge you one-on-one, I immediately wanted in. You want to know why? Her tone is gruff, and I get the feeling she's not quite getting to the point yet. You wanted to prove how you've changed since then? Well, yes and no. I still haven't forgotten about what happened during that arena. Yes, that much I can tell. So is revenge what you want? Ha! When you put it like that. But I wouldn't say that. I just want to understand. Even though I'm not sure if that is possible. What is it that you want to understand? I still haven't made peace with the arenas. It's not about you in particular. I was hoping that coming into an arena once again, after my ranking had been finalized, could, I guess, shed some light looking at it retroactively. I've realized that even though I went through the motions of the arenas, I even didn't end up doing too badly. I still felt so lost. I don't know what any of this means to me. I don't know what any of it means either. I'm super confuzzled. This arena was the last time I remember feeling something for myself. It's not because of you, it's mostly that I was still young, and my understanding of the world was so certain, so optimistic. When they mentioned the re-challenge, I wondered if, somehow, I could find that feeling again. Okay. I have no idea how to respond here, but I've got to be smooth. Not to mention it's pretty jarring. We haven't spoken in years, yet she's pouring her heart out all of a sudden. What have you found so far by being back in the arena? So far? Nothing. You see, my plan was to come to terms with what happened between us. But that couldn't happen until you and I met again, no? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It does? This is so awkward. Like, did you want to talk more about it? Are you suggesting that we talk more about it? Well, kind of. Yes, if you want to. To be honest, I hadn't thought about that. My plan was, it's the big dogs, the big Akita Inus. A force slams into me from behind, winding me. The attacker and I fall into the water. I reel under the pain, my side throbbing. I feel paws scuffling and grabbing me, inches around my neck. My mind barely pieces together the fact that this is the same dog that dived on top of me. I struggle and kick the water, twisting my torso. Yeah, because there was technically other dogs in this arena, right? But they're NPCs, so it shouldn't matter? I don't know. There's a splash and another dog dives into the water from above. This one misses me by some distance, though, since it failed to knock into me with the dive like the first dog did. It was the pair of dogs that had ambushed me in the arena in the past. Ayu, did she... I know the pendant location. Eliminate on the spot. Run away immediately. Pendant. Fish sticks. If they're like NPCs, that means... Expecting the attack and the dog trying to wrap his paws around me, I twist away. Still underwater, I grab on his shoulder and pull him towards me. I remember where his pendant is located from the past arena. With my other paw, I punch him squarely where his pendant is. Without my other paw pulling, I wouldn't have the strength to break the pendant by a swipe underwater. I only learned that in arenas after this one. The pendant doesn't break. What? Well, I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Even applying the experience I learned in the arenas, I still don't have the physical strength to eliminate him underwater. Oh, okay. In my zealousness to eliminate this dog, I'm poorly prepared for the second dog. She got closer to me while I was occupied with her teammate. Now she latches onto me from behind, feeling out my torso for my pendant. Good move, but you're gonna die! Ayu lands in front of me while white bubbles partially obscuring my vision. Oh no, this isn't good. God, Ayu had made such a good move, and now I'm totally outnumbered. With a powerful paddle, she charges towards me. Much as I want to continue my aggressive retaliation, I should get myself out of here before it's too late. Once I'm on land, I'll have a better chance against them. I twist my torso and kick, putting distance between me and both opponents so that they shield me from Ayu. Ayu knocks into the two of them, and I see them wrestling, air bubbles erupting from their mouths and noses. With that, I make my escape. With that distraction, I'm able to put some distance between me and the competing dogs. Kicking and pawing my way to the surface, I paddle as quickly as I can towards the shore. I've got to make it there alive. Once on shore, I don't even bother shaking myself dry. Leaky Rilu? I don't know. My claws tear into the sand, and I push my legs to the limit as I dash towards what I know to be the base of the remaining arena competitors. The second duo, Ayu and I called them the Akita Inus. Entering the sparse palm forest, I can't afford to slow down. Twisting and turning my way around the palm trunks, I almost slipped several times with my velocity. It must be close now. I slow down to a trot and try to conceal myself so I won't be caught off guard if the two Akitas catch me first. Exclamations! Oh, there they are! There they are! I was actually just thinking that. So either Ayu or the other, or both, should be on my tracks. The difficult part comes with not knowing where Ayu is now. I need to time this precisely or I'll be the one in trouble. I scoop up a rock from the ground and weigh it in my paw. I'll throw it to the right of me. Like clockwork, they are guaranteed to hear it, and I think it is a dog. They will know exactly where the rock hit and thus go patrolling, almost as if programmed to behave that way. Throwing rocks will be the distraction. I snap out of my daydreaming. I really played too much of the Tomb Digger games. Really, Tomb Digger? Sadly, that's not how things work in real life. But this is just a game too, apparently. Though since arenas are emulated reality, does that mean they're a video game in a sense? If they're NPCs and not real dogs, stop the Sid thoughts, focus! I've got to distract him, but not with a rock. With that very loud distraction, I wait a few brief moments to see that the two Akitas have sprung up and are looking around in my general direction. I quickly move towards the beach before they get close enough to spot me. Hopefully I'll run into Ayu or the other dog at any time now. I listen carefully as I walk. I'm definitely being tailed, though I'm not sure if they have a visual on me. The ground I covered so quickly while sprinting seemed so vast at a walk. I would have to run, but being quiet is the priority. If the two Akitas are provoked, I cannot outrun them. Hurry, Ayu, take my bait. Well, see, and yeah, is Ayu still out to get her? Or was she just there? Like, everything's been kind of thrown sideways. I don't know. There! Ayu's in the distance, looking at the ground. Following my footprints, perhaps? I remember telling her a story of our ancestors having a keen sense of smell. I'd be toast if technology hadn't come and caused our de-evolution. Anyhow, time to cause another distraction. By this time, the Akitas have seen me, but they are tailing me discreetly, perhaps deciding to observe me first. Maybe I just don't look fun to them yet. I have an idea. This should get them going. I stop and look up and down slowly, as if looking for something. Then I look back at them and make eye contact for the first time. I yelp and flatten my body. The switch is instant, like a ball being tossed. Which is a funny idiom from our ancestors' instincts. Like a ball being tossed, the two immediately enter hunting mode, growling and taking off towards me. Okay. I dash forward, yapping in feigned hysteria. I'm in clear view of IU now, and I throw myself at her. The two Akitas have closed in on us in no time. As I wrestle and pin IU on her back. Whoop, that seemed weird. That was a weird turn of phrase, but anyway. IU squirms and twists, but I have the upper paw. Then, instead of figuring out her pendant location, I run off, leaving her to the two opponents. Oh, she's been shattered by the NPCs. IU jelly. Oh, okay. Light shines onto my closed eyelids. Despite the brightness, I don't feel like opening my eyes. They just feel too heavy. I don't have the strength to open them. I left IU to the dogs. Again. Prod. Leave me alone. Physical sensation slowly returns, as if my brain is lazily connecting to my limbs back to my nervous system. Poke, poke. The pokes, which increase in intensity, speed up the process, albeit unpleasantly. And we're back on the streets, which we will continue with next time. So that was another re-challenge, and like, I don't know, it kind of went, like, was IU trying to deceive Sid from the beginning? Because she said she wanted to talk and understand, but then when the other dogs attacked, like, was she just trying to buy time? I don't know, I guess, again, we'll have to just keep going and see what happens, because I'm confused. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, ring that bell, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all later.